Hi, y'all. A couple days ago, I posted my favorite rendition of a poem called "A Cowboy Is His Name." So I'm gonna give it a shot today. It may be pitiful, may be horrible. I don't know. It just downright might not be no count. But I'm gonna do it anyway because it's my favorite poem. Now, a version of this poem or a cut of this poem is played in the movie 8 Seconds. Uh, Cody Lambert actually did not write this poem. It was written by a man named Baxter Black, one of the most world famous cowboy poets. But in any case, here's my version. I hope you like it, and I hope I do it justice. There's 100 years of history and 100 before that, all gathered in the thinking going on beneath his hat. And back behind his eyeballs and pumping through his veins is the ghost of every cowboy that's ever held the reins. Every coil in his lasso's been throwed 1,000,000 times. His quiet concentrations been distilled through ancient minds. Its evolution's working when the silver scratches hide, and a ghostly cowboy chorus fills his head and said, "Let's ride." The famous and the rowdy, the savage and the sane, the blue bloods and the hot bloods in the Coriani strain, all knew his mother's mother, or was it his daddy's kin, till he's nearly purely cowboy, born to ride, bred to win. He's got Buffalo Bill Cody and Good Night's Jingle Boss and all the brave blue soldiers that General Custer lost. The ghost of Pancho Villa, Sitting Bull, and Jesse James, all gathered by his campfire keeping score, taking names. There's every royal mountie that's ever got his man, and every day work cowboy that's ever made a hand. Each man that's rode before him, yep, every mama's my son, is in his corner rooting when he nods to make his run. Freckles Brown might pull his bull rope, Casey Tibbs might jerk the flank, Bill Pickett might be hazing when he starts to turn the crank. Plus Remington and Russell, looking down his buckhorn sight, all watching through the window of this cowboy's eyes tonight. And standing in the catch pen or in chute number 9 is the offspring of a mountain that's come down from olden time. A volcano waiting quiet till they climb upon his back, rumbling like the engine of a freight train on the track. A cross between a she-bear and a bad 4-wheel drive, with the fury of an eagle when it makes a power dive. A snake who's lost his caution, or a badger gone berserk. He's screaming and a stomping, clawing rabid, mad dog, piece of work. From the rollers in his nostrils to the foam upon his lips, from the hooves as hard as granite to his horns with dagger tips, from the flat black staring shark eyes, that mirror of his soul, shines the challenge to each cowboy like a devil calling roll. In the seconds that tick slowly till he climbs upon his back, each rider faces down the fear that makes his mouth go slack, and his guts and cuts his guts to ribbons. As he gives his tongue a coat, he swallows back the panic gorge that's rising in his throat. The smell of hot blue copper fills the air around his head. Then a single solid shiver shakes away the doubt and dread. The cold flame burns within him till his skin's as cold as ice. And the dues he paid to get here, they're worth every sacrifice. All the miles spent sleepy driving, all the money down the drain, all the FIs and nearlies, all the bandages and pain, all the female tears left drying, all the fever in the fight, are just a small down payment on the ride he makes tonight. And his partner in this madness that the cowboy calls a game is a ton of bucking thunder bent on proving why he came. But the cowboy never wavers. He intends to do his best, and of that widow maker, he expects of him no less. There's a solemn, silent moment that every rider knows, when the time stops on a heartbeat like the earth itself has froze. Then all the ancient instinct fills the space between his ears, till the whispers of his phantoms are the only thing he hears. When you get down to the cutting and the leather touches hide and there's nothing left to think about, he nods and says, "Outside." Then frozen for an instant against that open gate, is his tribe turned to flesh and blood, a warrior incarnate. And while they pose like statues in the flicker of an eye, there's something almost sacred. You can see it if you try. It's guts and love and glory. It's one mortal's chance at fame. His legacy is rodeo. Cowboy is his name. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Love y'all. Happy Friday. Keep smiling.